Hi everyone. Good afternoon, all of you. Hey Kashifa, Navendra. How are you all doing? Good afternoon, guys. Yes, I can see that. Confusing topic. Hey Mona Lisa. Oh, you're from grade 9. If you will start early, if you will start, making all your concepts clear at an early stage, पक्का benefit होगा यार बाद में. Good afternoon, all of you. Yes, Kashiva was waiting for this topic, and here we are. This is a very important topic. For sure, some questions in your exams are going to be there from this topic. Hey Shanaz, Gitika. So we've already started with acid, bases and salts, right? And today we will be talking about what do all acids have in common, what do all bases have in common, and how to decide whether, a substance is going to be acidic or not based on certain elements. Yeah, so we already know acids are sour, bases are bitter, but now we need to explore more about acids and bases. So today we'll dive into the world of acids and bases. Are you all ready? अच्छा, इस टॉपिक को ना आई एम स्टार मार्किंग दिस टॉपिक. द रीजन बीइंग it is very very important from the exam point of view. This is one topic from where 1 markers, 2 markers, 3 markers, 5 markers, anything can be made. Anything can be made. That means you really need to master this topic today. किसी ना किसी बोर्ड के सेट में इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन जरूर आएगा. अरे टर्मरिक इंडिकेटर पे कहाँ चले गए? अच्छा, इंडिकेटर से पता कर रहे हैं एसिडिक है कि बेसिक. ओके, यस, वीव डन टर्मरिक, वीव डन चाइना रोज, फेनोप्थलीन, वीव डन ऑल ऑफ दैट. Absolutely. I hope I'm perfectly audible and visible. फटाफट से green signal दो so that we get started with this class. And remember guys, I'm again telling you, there are various sets in board exam. In one of the sets, for sure, a topic, a question based on this topic is 100% going to be there. This is such an important topic. So quickly, you can let your friends also know, ask them to join in so that we get started. Yes. Absolutely right. I can see this. Hi, I can see this. Good to go. So let's get started. But before that, your senior, Trisha Biswal, she got 99.8%. I know many of you have already, seen this. You know about her. But still, we are letting you know this again. The reason being, I think it's kind of really motivating. When we put in so much of hard work and when, we are really thorough with our syllabus, we kind of wait for that mehnat ka result. Isn't it? Kalpana, don't worry, we'll make it mix. हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में बात करेंगे. Yes, and Nagendra Singh, she's intelligent. I think more than intelligent, she's been really consistent. She's been really patient. What we do is we kind of, go haywire initially. So we really need to be dedicated. Absolutely right, all of you. And besides her, we've got exceedingly well result for other kids as well. So 23 students got above 99%, 927 kids between 95 to 99%, 1663. Can you see the numbers just increasing? Between 90 to 95 and 2600 plus students who've got above 90%. And not to forget, we are still counting. So the count is still going on. In every class, you'll notice that these numbers are changing. So though you see this slide kind of every day, but the numbers are increasing, the numbers are changing. Yes, absolutely right. So how many of you think you will be our future star? Let's ask this. How many of you wish to be our superstars? Come on. Tell us in the comment section. किस को लग रहा है कि यार मेहनत करके ना anything is possible? Yeah? A lot of you are aiming for that. Good. I think self-confidence बहुत ज़रूरी है, isn't it? You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the hard work that you're putting. That's like the first step. So definitely, if you people are putting that mehnat, you will get that mehnat ka result for sure. And we all are here to make it happen. And yes, talking about mehnat, talking about hard work, you all know about Anthe, right? So this is Akash National Talent Hunt exam that we have for all of you, for which the registration at this point of time is for free. The link is there in the description box. Quickly go register yourself, and if you really aim to be a doctor or engineer, maybe you just want to explore things out of you, maybe you just want to know where you stand when it comes to, some all India rank that we will be putting up over here, this is something that is definitely meant for you. Plus advantages to देखो endless है. You can get actually up to 100% scholarship. You can know your potential at an all India level. School exams we get to know at school level. This is like all India level. You can win a trip to NASA. I'll put a smiley over here because I think this is the best point. Isn't this so really exciting that, education can also be a means to win a trip to NASA? And of course, cash rewards. So many things are awaiting, guys. You face difficulty in language. Which language, Abushan? Already registered. Great, all of you. So this is like your first step towards the dream, and this slide kind of is self-explanatory. You can see the people who've actually got great ranks when it comes to the entrance exams. JEE hai, NEET hai, they've really scored well over here. You can see their wonderful ranks. You can see this Hall of Fame. So yes, such entrances, say for example Anthe, they're going to definitely push you to do better for the future entrance exams as well. Please note the exam dates online. You can see 5th November to 13 November offline, 6th November and 13 November. Hindi is easy. Acha, theek hai. Abushan, are you comfortable? Like Hindi is like something that is you're comfortable with, or you're struggling with it? Grammar is bad. Mehnat ka log. Acha. Yes, all of you. And you can also be there. And see, we all have our own journeys, right? What our aim is to keep improving. We need to be better than who we were yesterday. That's it. I think if we are able to do that, we are kind of on the right track. We're kind of making ourselves very proud. Chalo, आज एक काम करते हैं. Towards the end, we'll see one thing. I'll actually keep noting who all are, participating in the class, who all are there, who are actually posting all the answers, and they are very excited for the class. And I would definitely, want to acknowledge all those kids. For example, I can see Kashifa. She's super excited for the class. Yes? Alright, let's get started. No, Muskan, we've just started. Let's get started with the class now. So, today we will be talking about conductivity of solutions, acids and bases in water, dilution of acids and bases, and not to forget 1 marker, 2 marker, 3 marker. Definitely some question is going to be out of this topic, based on this topic for sure, guys. So all your attention here, you've given me a green signal. So let's get started and let's clarify all our doubts. Great, guys. All right. Now, vinegar, it contains acetic acid. And the cleaners that we use at home, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. So we know substances around us that contains acids. Besides these three, you'll actually notice that, nitric acid, it's also present in explosives. Or maybe you talk about fertilizers. In fertilizers, you'll notice phosphoric acid is there. Or maybe soft drink. Everybody knows which acid is present in soft drink. Quickly. Which acid is present in carbonated drinks? I've kind of given you a hint also. Quick replies. Come on, guys. Yes, Nasira is the first one. So well done, Nasira. Yes, Muskan. Elizabeth, Vinod. Now I can see slowly all of you are replying. Aditi, Krishna. Correct, carbonic acid is there. But you know, all these acids that we're talking about, we've discussed about this also. When they react with a metal, what do? They in a way release hydrogen gas. हाइड्रोजन गैस रिलीज हो रही है जब भी एक एसिड रिएक्ट कर रहा है एक मेटल के साथ. Whenever an acid is reacting with a metal, we see that hydrogen gas is being released. Yes, you're right. So hydrogen seems to be common to all acids, but we'll come back to this point. At this point of time, we think that it's common to all acids, right? But is it hydrogen or is it some, modified version to this definition? We'll come back to this statement. Yes, Muskan, I'm definitely noting down. Absolutely right. So what should I call that? The students, the names, Muskan. The names of the students, I'm noting it in my head over here. Yeah, the ones who are really, see, a lot of positive energy is required in the class, right? So I can see in the chat box also some kids are full of energy and they spread that positive energy. Yeah, so Anjali, great. Yes, Tanya. All right. Now, this is a very common question, guys. Are all compounds containing hydrogen acidic? What do you think? This is something that we need to figure out. We've understood that they are giving hydrogen gas when they're reacting with metal. But does it mean that any substance that contains hydrogen will be acidic in nature? Now, this is a very common misconception or not. Let's figure that out. Yes, Neeraj, this is definitely going to help you for ICSE also. This topic, irrespective of your board, is super important. It's going to help all of you for sure. Alright, let's investigate. Let's put on our thinking caps to actually analyze 3 compounds over here. We've got HCl solution, that is hydrochloric acid solution. We've got glucose solution. You know what glucose is? C6H12O6. We've got NaOH solution. Now clearly, all these 3 substances, they contain hydrogen. Now we are checking 2 things over here. We are investigating 2 things over here. The first thing that we are investigating is that something that contains hydrogen, will it be acidic or not? And second thing, let's see who all are going to conduct, which substances are going to conduct electricity here. Great. Muskan is like, super duper great in chemistry, yaar. So Muskan becomes like my rock star. So Muskan is definitely, I'm sure you're inspiring others there as well. Alright, so let's pass electricity through these solutions, and hey, we noticed that it's happening in case of HCl, it's happening in case of NaOH, but it's not happening in case of glucose. Now, although glucose contains hydrogen atoms, right, C6H12O6, hydrogen is there, still it's not conducting electricity. That means no ions are being produced. So I use the term ions here. Hey, great, Riddhi. So happy to read the chats that you people are, posting right now. Now, what is making these bulbs grow? I use the term ions. Keep that in mind. We'll come back to that, okay? Now, we will be actually exploring more about ions. I said, ions ho rahe hain, ions nahi present hai. Kya kar rahe hain ions? What are ions doing here? So let's discuss the formation of ions. So when AB is being added to water, it breaks into A plus and B minus. And this A plus and B minus, they're nothing but ions. They're the charged ions, right? Charged particles. So A plus and B minus. And we are writing aqueous. Why? Because they are being added to water. Now, these are actually, these ions that are being formed, they have a role to play. Now, the movement of ions in a solution is actually leading to the conduction of electricity. So, when we talk about glucose, that is C6H12O6, again, hydrogen is very much there, but no ions are released. This is what I told you, and now you can understand that. So, every substance that contains hydrogen might not be acidic in nature. If it's not producing ions, obviously it's not going to conduct electricity also, right? So, you can see in case of HCl, ions were being produced, H plus and Cl minus. NaOH, Yes, dissociation. Correct, Muskan. Hey, Riddhi seems like my rock star too. No, not at all, Renu. I'm not at all ignoring. See, when I look here, it's the time when I'm unable to read the chat, but my focus is definitely there. NaOH, it dissociates into sodium and hydroxide ions. Now, you can clearly see, I just remove glucose from there. Now, you can clearly see HCl, it's forming H plus Cl minus ions. NaOH, it's forming Na plus OH minus ions. And these ions are basically leading to the conduction of electricity, which is not happening in case of glucose. So, now you know two things. One, why glucose was not able to conduct electricity? Because no generation of ions was happening over there. The second is glucose going to be acidic or not? Though it contains hydrogen, the answer is going to be no. No, Renu Bachcha, nobody is ignoring you. Now let's talk about some more acids. Dissociation basically means ionizations, breaking into ions. आदित्य आप बताओ आप कैसे जानते हैं? नुमान पूरा फोकस यहाँ दो, समझेंगे अच्छे से जब हम H2SO4 की बात करते हैं. When we talk about H2SO4, yes, Renu, we'll come to that, bachcha. Don't worry about this. We've just started with the chapter, na? H2SO4, it breaks into ions. You can see two hydrogen ions are there, one sulfate ion is there. Then we talk about acetic acid. Acetate ion is there, hydrogen ion is there. So clearly, now we can conclude what is common to all acids is the presence of H plus ions. Right? So H plus ions is something that is common to all acids in water. This in water is very, very important. We'll come back to this point. Similarly, in bases, they can also break into ions. Yes, absolutely right. Yes, Raj. Correct. Yes, you can do it with the help of electricity. Yes, Vinod, absolutely right. Now coming to bases, potassium hydroxide is going to break into potassium ions and hydroxide ions. Similarly, copper hydroxide, copper ions and hydroxide ions. You see two hydroxide ions and that's why we've placed two over here. So you will tell me what is common to all bases in water. Quickly, let's see कि सबसे पहले कौन सा rockstar आंसर करेगा? Who is going to answer first? We have Vinod who's answered first, then Aditya, then Raj, then Muskan. Everybody is just posting quickly now. Good, all of you. Mona Lisa ने भी अच्छा Mona Lisa ions नहीं, कौन सा ion? Aditya, Riddhi, Nasira. Good, all of you. So yes, now you know that they are having hydroxide ion in common. Yes, Rosanna, absolutely right. Now, you know the bases which are soluble in water, we call them as alkali. So this is a new term, the base that is soluble in water, we call them alkali. We'll come back to this point, but at this point of time, just remember that all compounds that contain hydrogen might not be acidic. For example, you can see hydrogen is here, hydrogen is here. It's not acidic, right? These are bases. So what all acids have in common is H plus, what all bases have in common is hydroxide ion, and we're talking about all this in water. Yes, absolutely right. So, what if we remove water? We are saying everything is in water. Water बहुत important है. Water बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर water नहीं है, then what's going to happen? Now, till now we said sodium hydroxide. It's kind of giving us hydroxide ions in water. You know, when NaOH is being added to water, it dissociates into ions. Sodium ions are there. Hydroxide ions are there. But what if we use powdered sodium hydroxide? Is it conducting electricity? No, Nasira, it's not. Hey Raj, for the PDF notes, bacha, just go to the Telegram channel, you'll find everything there. No, right? All of you are saying, no, that's not happening. It's not, the bulb is not lightening, yaar. नहीं हो रहा, powdered sodium hydroxide से नहीं हो रहा. This is not happening. No conduction of electricity is taking place. That means the medium needs to be aqueous. Keep this in mind that the medium needs to be aqueous. So what exactly is the role of water? Well, hydrochloric. the HCl that you can see over here, it's ionizing into H plus and Cl minus ions only in the presence of water. So if we talk about dry HCl, the situation would be something different. When we talk about HCl being added to water, that's how it's breaking into ions. Now, let's focus here. Let's focus on this H plus ion. Now, these H plus ions are further, they are being, surrounded by H2O. So, H plus is combining with H2O to give you the hydronium ion. So, now if you hear this term hydronium ion, you would definitely know what it means. H plus ions are combining with water with H2O to give you hydronium ion. That's H3O plus. Hey Yashvardhan, a very warm welcome, bacha. I am doing really well, Saksham. Thank you. Yes. So how many of you know what hydronium ion is now? For sure. You know it? Acha, abhi tak sab kuch samajh aaya? Can I ask you a simple question? Will you be able to answer? I'll give you a time limit for that. Great. Good to know that, Saksham. Yes, I can see a lot of energy in the chat box. All of you saying yes, yes, definitely give us the question. So there you go. Let's see what the question is. People will get time to solve that. Now that you've given me so many thumbs up, the question is right in front of you and you get 60 seconds to answer. Which of the following substance will conduct electricity? You've understood about conduction, right? Dry HCl gas, lemon juice, glucose. Which is going to conduct electricity? Yes, let's see who's going to answer this. You've got good amount of time. A lot of you will conduct, okay? Please note. Saksham, Krishna, Muskan, technical sir, we would want to know your name. Riddhi, Raj, Monalisha, Gitika, Rivan, Aditi, बाप रे सबने आंसर दे दिया इतनी जल्दी जल्दी फटाफट से दे दिया आस्था नीरज रिशुल अनन्या रुजाइना we still left with time 14 seconds are left Monalisha Astha oh Muskan first thought but that's okay Arathi good going all of you how quickly you people answer yaar time's up okay Kuldeep noted. Oh, Nasira also answered. Yes. So, let's understand. All of you voted for lemon juice. Let's understand what's happening over here. See, when we talk about dry HCl gas, the focus is on the word dry. That means there is absence of water. Now, due to the absence of water, no dissociation into ions would take place because water is not there. Ionization, dissociation, breaking into ions is not taking place. If that is not happening, ions are not able to, they're not leading to conduct electricity. Lemon juice, we'll come to that, but first let's talk about glucose. Now glucose again, it does not ionize in aqueous solution. It's not giving H plus ions. That is also ruled out. Coming to lemon juice. Lemon juice contains citric acid, which breaks into charged ions. So the movement of ions is going to be possible only in case of lemon juice. These charged ions, they are dissolved in water and that's how the conduction takes place. Riddhi says, I answered first. Now I can't recollect who answered first, but we'll go by what Riddhi is saying. Yes. So when dissolved in water, obviously, it breaks into charged ions. Correct. Easy peasy. So our answer becomes option B, as you all said, lemon juice. And let me put a big smiley out there. Now, a similar question has been there in the board exam for, consecutive years based on which will conduct electricity, which substance will not conduct electricity. They might give you a very, one marker kind of a question wherein they say, okay, this substance will conduct or not. Or maybe they'll give you some objective type as well. कुछ भी आ सकता है. Pattern, every year it keeps changing. But इस topic पे question, for sure it is going to be there. So be very, very careful when we are going to revise this topic as well. Now another very important one marker that comes is from the topic of dilution. अब किसी ना किसी set में this question is going to be there for sure. And it is such an easy peasy question. ना मतलब this 1 mark needs to be, we can just quickly get this 1 mark and put put it in our pockets for sure. This is such an easy one marker. Dilution basically means when we mix an acid or a base with water. So basically there's going to be a decrease in the concentration of ions per unit volume when we do that. Ions, we're talking about hydronium or hydroxide. Now you know what hydronium is. So I can safely use the term hydronium now. Yes. So this is the process of dilution. If you think only acids are diluted, you might want to rethink. Could be acid, could be a base. Right? Now, what is the relation when we talk about dilution and temperature? See, when you dilute an acid, you need to be very, very careful. Dilution of bases can also take place, but right now we're talking about dilution of an acid. When you do that, you need to be very careful. In case of bases also, you need to be very careful. Why? Let's see. Because the reaction is highly exothermic. So dilution in itself, it's an exothermic reaction. Exo means that the heat is exiting. अब heat exit कर रही है, heat release हो रही है, so we have to be very, very careful while doing this. Right? So there is a big warning sign for all of you. I hope you're ready because, in practicals also, you would be doing dilution in the lab all by yourself. तब कोई धमाका नहीं करना है. So you have to be very careful while we are sharing this, warning sign with all of you. So, it's a very quick but important tip that we are sharing. Always add acid to water. And when you do that, do it drop-wise with constant stirring. Drop by drop, we need to add acid to water with constant stirring. And never add water to acid because this releases a lot of heat. See, dilution in itself, it's an exothermic process. But if you add water to acid, just imagine guys, water to acid, that means acid is in more amount. Now you're slowly adding water to it. Acid ज़्यादा amount में कितना exothermic reaction हो जाएगा? It's going to be highly exothermic. While in the other case, here also it's exothermic, but since water is, in major amount and slowly we're adding acid, that still gets, moderate हो जाता है वहाँ पे फिर भी heat का effect. यहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. Yes. Absolutely right. And in fact, the mixture can also splash out. Mixture contains acid at this point of time, right? This can actually splash out. It can, cause a lot of burns. It can actually break the glass container as well. And we definitely don't want that, right? So remember that dilution of an acid, it's a highly exothermic process. A lot of heat would be given out. A lot of heat would be released. If this comes as a one marker, definitely this is the keyword to write. If you actually perform this experiment in the lab, maybe in grade 10 you'll do it, maybe in grade 11, grade 12. Whenever you do it, guys, one, you have to wear your lab coat for sure. ठीक है, जब भी एसिड से हम डील करेंगे लैब कोट हमेशा पहनना है. एंड सेकेंडली यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल दैट यू डोंट ऐड वाटर टू एसिड. अब आपको सामने ना दोनों कलरलेस लगेगा. हाउ डज इट मेक एनी डिफरेंस? यू विल थिंक एट फर्स्ट, बट गाइज इट विल मेक ऑल द डिफरेंस. सो ऑलवेज यू गोइंग टू ऐड एसिड टू वाटर, दैट टू ड्रॉप वाइज, एंड यू कॉन्स्टेंटली कीप स्टरिंग. हे विनोद, बढ़िया है. दैट्स गुड. यस. Zacharya is saying definitely it can harm us for sure. Yes, you're right. Hey Sarita. Zacharya, bilkul, we will be teaching you pH as well. Don't worry about this. We'll come to that topic very, very soon. Acha. So if you've understood the main things that we've discussed in the class, if you've understood about dilution, if you have actually understood about what's common when we talk about acids, what's common when we talk about bases, and conduction, what's actually leading to conduction of electricity, quickly hit the like button and give me a thumbs up over here also. Let's see how many of you have actually understood the entire concept. Yes, I am going to see how many of you liked the video, how many of you feeling that yes, ये अगर 1 marker आ गया ना मैम एग्जाम में, we will definitely rock the paper. Yeah, I can see a lot of you posting thumbs up now. Good. And I hope you've hit the like button for the video as well. Raj Rishi is asking, ma'am, salts and neutral are same. No, bacha, all salts are not neutral. We tend to think that every salt is neutral, but that's not true. Yes, I can see so many of you. You are feeling confident when we are talking about these two topics. Chalo, fatafat se hit the like button for the video as well, guys. And then I'll tell you what is the homework question for all of you. Okay, Elizabeth. Noted. Great. Yes, Neeraj, I can see the dab. All right. अब homework question जो हम दिखा रहे हैं वो करना भी है. You have to do the homework question. Inzil, we'll come to that, bacha. We'll cover that. Don't worry. Good, Nabiza. Now I'll tell you why I want you to post your homework after the live class gets over. First of all, let's see what the question is. The question is, which of the following will not conduct electricity and why? Vinegar in water, pure water, soap in water, lemon juice, which is not going to conduct electricity, and you have to give the reason why as well. And you can leave your answers in the comment section right after this class gets over, right after the live class. The reason I want you to answer over there, see, you might start posting the answers. अरे आपको पता है आपने एकदम से post कर दिया, but you will not get time to post the reason also, right? We are asking why also. Plus, I will not get to know over here किसने करा किसने नहीं करा. Later on, when I'll come back to this video, I can see that so many kids have performed, and this way I'll know that, you know, the sincerity that needs to be there in you is on point. I think it takes a minute, yeah. It takes just a minute to come back and answer, post your answer. This way, when you attend the live class, I know, okay, so Sarita is saying that, you know, so-and-so is the answer, and she knows it why. Or maybe, you know, Nabiza is saying so-and-so is the answer and she knows it why. So I will get to know you better that way. So I think homework is kind of bringing us closer. So definitely attempt this question, post your answers in the chat box, you know, in the comment section right after the live class. And for the ones who are asking, kahan mil rahe hain yaar ye notes, PDF kahan mil rahe hain? Well, it's there on Telegram. So quickly go join Telegram. The link is there in the description box. And yes, we have got you covered. Trust us, we are here for you. And the results that we are sharing, like for the previous academic year, is the proof, guys, that definitely we are here to support you at every step, and we'll make sure that your results are even better. And talking about results, well, you know, Anthe registration is happening right now for free. And I think कुछ भी जब free के लिए होता है ना यार, एक attempt तो बनता है. We can definitely go ahead and try once. Plus, of course, you can see all these advantages as well. Good, Kashifa. Yes. Great. You can see the exam dates, and accordingly, you can start preparing for it, because, you know, a basic preparation for this can make you win cash rewards. A basic preparation for this can actually take you to NASA. And if nothing else, it will definitely help you in the entrances you will be giving in future. So something good is bound to come out of this. So yes, go ahead, register for free. And what is our mission now? Your midterms are coming up. And we are having, you know, we are having this aim. We are on a mission now. Mission midterms. We are in this together. Don't worry about this. Starting 1st August, that means, guys, it's okay if you've missed the classes here and there. But now, starting 1st August, do not miss any of the class, because we are aiming that you are going to get 100% in your midterm exams in just 45 days. We will have all kinds of sessions. We'll have one-shots, we'll have all important questions, we'll have previous year questions, we'll have the strategy that you need to ace the exam, you name it, and we'll have that kind of session. But thoda sa sincerity aapke part pe bhi required है, that you are there to attend it, that you tell your friends, you know, you spread the word that, you know, let's do it together. The last batch has done it. Their task is done. Now it's our turn to, you know, improve that score. Are we all in this together? Come on. Yes. Good to see that. A lot of you are saying yes. We'll have all the kinds of sessions, and this is going to happen on this channel itself. Yes, it's going to be for free, guys. Mission midterm is absolutely free for you. Our main aim is to make sure that you score really, really well. Yes? Kashifa, in any case, this is going to come in the board exam for sure, right? So whatever we'll practice. Yes. Good going, all of you. I hope you all have hit the like button. If not, bacha, quickly hit the like, share and subscribe button and stay connected with us. We are there to make sure that you master all these topics, and right before the exam itself, you're very, very confident. Just like Trisha. Hey, good evening. A lot of you have just joined. Bacha, you can always go back, watch the class again. So I towards the end of the class, I promised I'll tell you one name who's been the rock star for this session. So why am I saying that the person has been a rock star? Because the person that I'm about to tell you has actually, posted all the answers for everything that I was asking, not just the question. In general also, when I, pop questions in between, she was answering the questions there also, and she was spreading a lot of positivity in the chat box. So, all her comments were very positive. So, the name is Muskan. Okay, so after every session, I'll tell you who are the rock stars for me for that particular session. You have to be full of, really high on energy. Great guys, all of you. Keep working hard. Keep working hard like this. Keep smiling. And I'll see you in the next class. Take care. Bye-bye.